Hey, good morning, YouTube. Hugmeister's Garage and Workshop. Doing a little update on the bus garage heater, or the bus diesel heater, I'm sorry. Took this one out over there that I had. Nothing wrong with it. This is an 8kW, and it has the built-in tank. But I wanted to put the one so I could put a bigger tank in it. I was almost just going to take the cover off this and just pipe in, but I decided to keep this one and mounted on some wood blocks for a temporary heater somewhere, a project in the future. But I mean, there's the exhaust and the intake, and it's amazing that they still build these, and they don't build that base tall enough where you can at least bend the pipes on it. But this will work. I'll put this on the shelf for something in the future. Next up, we'll go over to the bus and show you what we did yesterday. And remember, if you would, folks, please like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, folks, we're over in the bus, and we'll show you the new one we put in here. This whole cabinet came off. I only got 4 screws that hold it, so that whole section here will come off to work on this. I added a chain drop on this so it's not on top of that hot air outlet, excuse me. But this separate component one I put in, instead of the standalone, it came with this 10-liter tank. So I'm able to put 2.5 gallons of fuel in that, and it'll last a lot longer. And the old one was mounted on this metal shelf. I raised it up and ducted it back down. I left the original duct on from the other piece in there. But this one actually came with a T-splitter. You could put another outlet off it if you wanted to. But I'm going to leave it the way it is now because it works pretty good. I had to put a piece of plywood in there at an angle just to get that tank to fit, because it's 15 3/4 by 15 3/4. But it put the nozzle right out there beautiful. So now I can just fill it with a regular small diesel can. I just wrap a paper towel around that in case I get a few drips, and I topped it off and it worked really good. But I actually think this unit seems to put out a little more heat than the other one. And the other one was advertised as an 8kW, but who knows over there what they throw in the boxes. But this one actually seems to have a little higher heat output. I couldn't find my heat gun to do a differential test on it, but you can turn this to go wherever you want. And we added that fresh air return to go in there, so it's got plenty of turnover in here. Mounted our control up here, so everything's handy up here with the rest of the stuff, the inverter controls and whatnot. But next time I'll show you a little video of it running. Okay, we got this thing turned on. It's starting to come up. I didn't realize, I thought these were all just a manual mode on them, but I guess there's an actual thermistor in here. So this does have thermostat control. And if you mount this out in the living space, I mean, that works pretty good. I mean, there's the actual temperature, and there's your set temp. And that says that's like 75 degrees, so I'm sure that's going to be too hot. But I wanted to see what it did when I put it into that mode. And that'll slowly ramp up the heat bar, you know, until it brings it up to 24, then it'll ramp it down. So if you want to go back into manual mode, you just hold that button and then you go 1 through 6 on here, 6 being the high output on it. But I'm going to mess around with this little thermostat function for a while to see how it goes. But things pretty quiet, and the heat output is impressive. So say that extra capacity in that fuel tank is going to be nice. That's the main reason we did it. And then one I tore out from before, we'll put that on the shelf. We'll use that somewhere else. Have a good day, folks.